I'm Karen Ahmed. Welcome to another episode of Cravings Vlog. Today we're making an Arabic pizza. This is one of my all-time favorite recipes. I made it 4 years ago on Come Dine With Me Canada. Unfortunately, my computer crashed and I lost the recipe. And then I looked to the website for the recipe, but they had redesigned and I couldn't find it anywhere. Luckily for me, one of my friends had a hard copy and she scanned it and sent it back to me. So I haven't made this recipe in 4 years. So I'm really excited to get started. This is a beautiful homemade pizza base and it's covered with the most delicious chicken mixture that you literally just spread over the pizza and bake. And it is completely delicious. So let's get started. We're gonna start with ground meat. I've got a pound of meat here. You can use either chicken meat or turkey meat. And we're going to start to infuse this with a whole bunch of amazing flavors. I'm gonna start with a teaspoon of smoked paprika. You can use regular paprika if you like, but the smoked just gives it an amazing, amazing flavor. I'm going to add a teaspoon of oregano. This is just regular dried oregano. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. A teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now we don't want to add too much cinnamon, but we just want that sort of undertone of cinnamon flavor in the meat. Half a teaspoon of crushed red chili flakes and half a teaspoon of sumac. Now if you have no idea what sumac is, it's basically a fruit. It's a dried fruit that's grown in Africa and many parts of the Middle East, and basically has a very lemony flavor, and it's used widely in a lot of Middle Eastern dishes. I'm going to add a generous sprinkling of coarse salt, half a teaspoon of red onions just cut really fine. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic paste. This is just regular crushed garlic paste. I've got about half a tomato. What I've done is I've taken all the seeds out of this tomato because we don't want too much moisture in the meat. And I'm just gonna add this tomato. It gives little bursts of like delicious flavor when you eat the pizza. And now for some fresh herbs. I've got about half a cup of fresh mint. I got this out of my garden, so it's really good. And another half cup of fresh parsley. And now, if that isn't enough, my secret spice, I've got about 1.5 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses. This is a beautiful, sweet, syrupy paste made out of pomegranate, and it balances the salt and spice in the chicken or turkey mixture really, really well. So we're just gonna mix all of this up, and that's it. Basically, it's ready to go. I'm going to let it sit for at least half an hour so the chicken or turkey meat is completely infused with all of the flavors. And we're gonna start on our pizza dough. And while we're getting the pizza dough ready, this will be ready. Now normally I actually make the pizza dough a day ahead because it does need to sit and rise, have enough time to rise. So make your pizza dough a day ahead and then we'll just spoon this over and bake it. Let's get this pizza dough party started. We're gonna start with 7 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. And to this, I've added a little pinch of sugar and some warm water. Just gonna stir it up. The sugar acts as a rising agent and the yeast just loves the sugar and it's going to froth up right away. In my stand mixer, I'm going to add 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1.5 cup of just regular all-purpose flour, a generous sprinkling of salt, and we're going to mix this up together. And next we're ready for the yeast mixture. Let that mix right in and then add as much warm water as you need to make a lovely soft and supple dough. Take a large bowl and add some oil to it and just brush the sides of the bowl. I'm going to add the dough into this bowl and the oil is going to help it rise. Next, I'm going to just roll the dough into the bowl and I'm going to cover it with some cling wrap. And then it's going to go in the warmest and darkest place of my house till it doubles inside. I prepared a batch of dough and I've kept it aside to rise, but here is the batch I prepared yesterday. And look how airy that is. Now, without trying to deflate too much, I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to add some flour and we're going to knead it a little bit and then roll it out. Now, you can either just roll out a whole pizza circle if you wish, but if you want to do little appetizer pizzas, you can also just use a cookie cutter. It's a little bit more work, but it's a lot more fun. So today, I'm going to go that route. I'm going to try and roll this out as thin as possible. Be sure to add a dusting of flour so that it doesn't stick to your rolling pin. Here's the easiest way to do this. After you've cut off some circles, just put them onto a silicone mat or parchment paper and then take a teaspoon of this delicious chicken or turkey mixture and just smush it onto the pizza. And then it goes into a 350-degree oven. And you want to cook this for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Remember, this is raw meat and so is the dough. And you want to make sure that the meat and the dough are well cooked. Arabic pizzas are out of the oven and I cannot tell you how amazing this tastes. I've had a few already and I can tell you, you can taste the pomegranate molasses, the smoked paprika, the sumac, the oregano, the parsley, all in the same bite. It's so ridiculously good. So thank you so much for joining me and see you next time on Kravings Blog. And don't forget, please do visit my channel at youtube.com/cravingsblog. Until I see you again, take care. Bye.